Hey guys, it's Tommy. It's March 29th, 2020. I have the Yoder now for 2.5 years. I want to give you guys a 2.5 year follow-up video. My initial video, I'll link it down below. It's the unboxing of this when I first got it. So now we're going to go over what I found, what I love, a couple things that I really dislike, and I'll show you all about it. Stay tuned. Okay, hey, the first thing I want to go over, the smoker I have sits out back in my backyard all the time. I never move it. I even use it right here. I just take the cover off. So what I wanted to illustrate is the quality of this cover. So like I said, it's been sitting for about 2.5 years now. The cover is always on it unless I'm using it, and it's held up great. Now the position of my house, my backyard faces west. So in the summertime and especially in the later afternoon, the sun starts to blast. If I back up here, I think you can, well yeah, you can see those are shadow lines here. The sun's getting ready to start pounding down on this thing. It's only March, so it's not that hot, but with that being said, this does sit out here, and it's been out here for 2.5 years. The cover has held up great. I was a bit suspicious when I bought it from Yoder because I've had covers in the past that have just totally fallen apart. This one did great, it held up great, and it's working great. I do have this cover here, see, on my house, so it's out of the weather. When it rains, it doesn't really get wet because it stays underneath there, but it does get pounded with the sun. So now we're going to take the cover off. I'll show you what it looks like after sitting out here for 2.5 years, and also using it for 2.5 years. So you'll get to see that in just 1 second. Stay tuned. Okay, so here it is. Got the cover off, got it set up like I'd be using it. Now remember, this is sitting here for 2.5 years. I use it occasionally. I'm just doing it for my family and friends if we have people over and stuff. So it does get used. I wouldn't say that I use it a lot. I don't do competitions, I don't do catering or anything like that. But I do use it for home use. In fact, I used it last night. I made chicken on it. This was the first time I actually cooked it like you would in an oven. I just cooked it at 350 and it came out phenomenal. It was absolutely delicious. The hopper here is empty. I ran it bone dry. Well, almost bone dry. But at any rate, the last smoke I did was the last cook I did was a pig butt, and I had this thing filled up all the way to the top, cooked for 14 hours, and it didn't go through the whole thing. There was still some left. In fact, I used what was left over for the chicken cook last night. So you can get a full 14-hour cook out of here. That was at 225, so it cooks pretty slow. And again, we're not cold in the wintertime here, so in the wintertime, if you live somewhere where it's snowing and stuff, it might use a little more effort to keep it warm. But in my opinion, it's held up great. I did start to notice, like, I think you can see that little ding there, and then the other day I noticed the paint coming off a little bit on the handle. It's hard to see. I don't know if you can even make it out. I mean, it's real small, like right here. The paint's starting to raise up a little bit, but overall, I mean, for 2.5 years, I think it's great. It's holding up great. Here's the inside. I put foil down after I clean it out, so it's ready to go next time. That covers up the heat diffuser there. I don't know if you guys want to do that or not. I just think it's much easier to take the foil up and clean it when you're done. Okay, so 2 flaws I found. I don't think it's necessarily a flaw. It's just, well, the first one, it's just something that for me is kind of a pain in the neck. When you go to clean it, the only way, because you have to vacuum out the ash, you have to take out these grates here, take out the heat diffuser, pull this out. I just lift that up, put a vacuum tube in there, get it all cleaned up. But every time I do it, I'm covered in ash. I wish there was a way there was a door or something, but then I guess the integrity of the heat might get compromised. So is it that big of a deal? no. Again, this is my only pellet smoker I've ever had. I don't know if any other ones are designed differently. By the way, the heat holds fantastic in here. So that's never been an issue for me, losing heat. As I mentioned, 14 hours. I gotta burn for 14 hours with this. Set it and forget it. I do pork butts, I put them on at 9 at night, 10 at night, go to sleep, wake up in the morning, pull them off around anywhere between 10 and noon, and they're ready to go. I let them sit until dinner time. Now, number 2, the other flaw I found, which I understand now has been fixed, but for me I'm stuck with it unless I want to pay money to upgrade, is this thing here. For $2,600, this I don't like at all. The buttons are hard to push. When the sun gets on this screen, and I'll turn it on, it's hard to see. It's a bit archaic in my opinion. I really wish I had the new one. Now, if you guys are ordering these new, they come with a much better control panel there. It's all digital. It's actually Bluetooth, so you can sync it to your phone, I believe. You can control the temperature from inside your house or monitor it. I had to buy an external thermometer, which I run through here. There's a port. So I run it through here, and that has a Bluetooth receiver. See, look at that. That has a Bluetooth receiver that I keep inside, and I can monitor temperatures, but I can't change them. The new one's turned dial. It's a much better display, much easier to read. So I know I can buy one and I can upgrade mine, but it's not cheap, which is kind of a bum. Kind of bums me out because, you know, I think I dropped $2,700 on this thing, and it does work fantastic. The food comes. I've never had one thing come out bad. Everything comes out amazing. I think it's better than restaurant quality. But if I want to upgrade that, I think it's $400. I think I got to spend another $400 to fully upgrade that unit, which the new ones for the same price that I paid come with them. So if you're buying one now, you get a really much better unit. Let me get this turned on so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, so here you go. We got it plugged in. Turn it on. You can hear the fan kick on. I don't really want to start it because I just cleaned it. Oh, what the hell. So to fire it up, you hit on, hit start. Mine's already primed because there's still pellets in the hopper, so there's no need to prime it. But go start, it comes on at 350. Now I don't know if you can tell that screen, what it's doing, but if that's hard for you to read, it's as hard for me to read. That's the one major flaw. I have to bend down like I am now. You can't see that, but I'm bent down so I can read it. If you stand up, I can't tell anything what it says. And if the sun hits it, it's even worse. Now, you can probably hear it feeding. I'm gonna shut it off. Well, I'll show you this. Increase and decrease temperature. It goes in 5-degree increments. These are kind of hard to push. You have to really get some force behind it. I'm gonna shut it off because I cleaned it and I don't want it fired up and get it all ashy again. I have to take the whole thing apart. But that is the one flaw I found in this. I really wish, well, now the new ones come with a much better control unit, but the older ones like I have don't. You have that. Now to upgrade it, I have to spend more money. You can see here, mine is, well, you might not be able to read it. It's stamped August 29th, 2017. I received it September 2017. Again, that link to the unboxing when I very first got it is down below. You can see how it came. It virtually looks the same as the day I got it. So it's held up great. This comp cart, there's a dog, sorry about that. The comp cart is amazing. It's really easy to push around. I mean, I don't move it though, but if you do have to move it, it glides really easy because this thing is a tank. Alright guys, hey, thanks for watching. My final thought, if you're looking at buying a Yoder, I mentioned in my unboxing I was looking at Yoders, Traegers, and RecTech. Again, I think they're all good. I see Traegers all the time at Costco. You open them, you feel them. It doesn't even compare in the quality to this. I mean, it is absolutely night and day. If you have not seen one of these Yoders before, you open this door, it's heavy. I mean, this door is probably 50, 60 pounds at least, if not more. It's got a counterbalance on here for a reason. I personally, I'm super happy with it. I love everything about it. If I did not have one, I would buy one again. So if that helps you out, or if you're trying to find information on it, feel free, drop a comment, send me a message. I'll be happy to answer it. Again, final thoughts, buy one. Absolutely happy with it. Absolutely. The quality of food that comes off is amazing. The only two drawbacks, like I mentioned, this thing, but the newer units, don't have to worry about it. It's been fixed because Yoder already addressed it. And then cleaning this ash box out, which really, in the grand scheme of things, isn't that big of a deal. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. See ya.